Be going live here in just a minute, getting my shit dialed in a bit here. You know how I do, real last minute all the time. Always running in, doing all the things, you know. I'll be back. And let's start from the top. Anyways, nobody was here. Hey, what's going on? I had my mic muted and did the whole first part of this lovely stream with no mic on. Wish it was the first time that happened. It's definitely not. Yeah, anyhow, live making art again tonight for the love of creativity with me, Colorful Carl. Doing some more art tonight. It's going to be a special treat. I want to show off the website real fast, and then I'm going to get into the weeds of something cool I've been working on, a special little project. I've been doing AI art and cool art here for 3 years, coming up next month, which is wild. And I've always played around with all the different tools at my disposal, and I'm not really discriminating. Like, there's a time and a place for all the things, right? Like, I started this piece that I'm showing here. It's available on the website. You can get a cool bath mat, put that in your kitchen or your bathroom, all the things. I haven't really deep dived into the AI world. I've been studying it, been trying to figure out, is this like, how do I want to do this? Like, you guys have seen me do a little AI art on the stream before, which has been fun, but I did something which I've learned about, I don't know, maybe a year ago, and I've actually, been excited about. But I did something here, which is, it's called training LoRa models. So LoRa's are low rank adaptation models. So right, like I made this one right here. Like, here's a LoRa. I sorted my dad's artwork into a couple categories, like the faces. That you guys all see me start a sketch from faces almost every week. So I was like, what could I do? Like, I'm starting to run out of sketches, right? So like, at least ones that I'm excited about. There's still a bunch more, right? But I just thought playing with this was fun, right? So I took all these sketches, right? I threw them all in this folder, and I started kind of going through all of this and trying to, figure out. Actually, give me 1 second real fast. All right. So I started editing these down and making them all consistent so that they all look and work well for a LoRa training model, right? So then this is all the edited files. There's about 50 of them in here. So then you have to take each one of these and upload them into Scenario and give them each a description and a prompt, and like let the AI know what it is. Give it just more detail about what you're looking at, what you're working with, right? So check it out. So this is the first one I made. And this one, that's just the thumbnail. I can change that out. That's not what I meant. So these are all the images I uploaded, and then kind of just descriptions for each one. Created some tags. I have to redo this one because it's not working as well as I'd like it. But this is my first one I ever tried, right? So I put 50 images in here, but I really kind of took some shortcuts on the descriptions, which did not help me at all. The more detail you can put in, the better. Lots of tags, prompt embedding, that kind of shit. So I'm getting better at that sort of stuff. But these are all the things I've been able to generate from it. So like, like this one, like these suck. So that isn't like what I'm looking for. But like that's got the essence of my dad's art in it, right? Like, this one even, it's a little too perfect. This one's amazing, like distorted and weird. Some of these are really good. And just started to really capture the essence. Like some of these are like really good. Just like definitely like what my dad would do. Something weird and strange. And so I've been generating those. So if people jump in, I'll start doing that a little bit. So one thing at a time, but anyway, so I've generated a couple things there, which is super cool, right? So the idea here is I'm going to generate new sketches and then run them through this, which is the same idea, but I did it with the faces, right? So I uploaded all these faces. I really went ham. Took an hour and 12 minutes to train, and as training sets 40/20, images trained 51. That's fascinating. And you could do 51 images. That's fine. But I really got into the weeds on these, and these are the ones I curated for this, right? Trying to get my dad's style down, right? So like, I could click on that guy, and let's see, like, what's my favorite painting in here? This is my favorite painting. So I wonder if I copy that caption, right? I'm gonna go up here and generate. Use this model, generate, okay? And then I'm gonna go, boom, put that there. I think this one is getting pretty good. So I'm gonna use all the parameters from that, and then change out the description and hit generate. And we're gonna see what we get here. It's generating. And then I'm gonna take that and start doing art on top of it, right? Why not? Why not? Ooh. So I think the face is a little too, it needs to be a highly distorted face. Try that. I just don't like it quite. It's too neat, you know? Like, it just needs a little more madness to it. And I'm only doing one at a time now. I could dial the sampling steps back, I think, which might be helpful. So I'm just gonna screw around with this till some people show up, and then we'll see. Ooh, that's looking cool. Ew, yeah. Alright, so sampling steps. I feel like that's going to give me less detail, which might be cool. So I can always add in my own detail, which I will do closer to the prompt, yeah. And then let's push this up a little more and see what that does for me. Come on! I just want really distorted, weird, something funky that has the essence of my dad's art in it. Wow! That first one's really close. Holy shit. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so guidance. Let's let it loosen up a little. Sampling steps, maybe 16. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. This is fucking cool. I'm gonna present this next week to some people trying to understand more about how artists are using AI. Wow. Okay. Dude, this is fucking really working. Holy shit. All right, so let me see if I can source in an image. I could use this image of me I keep throwing in there. I don't know. Wow. Okay. Super cool. Alright, so a little more sampling steps. I think I don't like the sampling steps as much. What happens if we pump this up to 95 and we say drop the guidance down? Oh my god, this is exciting. Okay. Oh, wow. This is fucking cool. Okay. I'm going to run with that one, actually, because I really like it, I think. Fuck yeah. Dude, this is so fun. So, like, these look like my dad made them. Like, not these as much, but then start that one, like, boom. That one's, like, textbook. I actually really like... I'm trying to figure out which one I like the most. Who we got here in the stream? Let's go. Yeah, jump on... so, if you go to colorfulcarl.com, top right corner, there's a link to my Discord. But let me see if I can get that for you and drop it in the chat. Kira! Oh, I just realized that was you, Kira. How you doing, friend? Dude, this is gonna be fun. I'm so jazzed right now. No, that's my Twitch link. How did you even end up at my Twitch, by the way? Okay, cool. Alright, Kira, let's see where you're at. You're on Twitch. I'm just gonna DM it to you on Slack. Because I don't even want to deal with all the madness over there. Give me a second, Kira. You ain't been DMing much. You've been working. Let's see. This music's getting a little weird. Let's skip this song. And then just jump into the public voice chat. Derek! Derek has liked my thing. Thank you, Derek. Alright, this is a little too much. I try to do just instrumentals. It doesn't like that. Whatever. Badass. Alright, Kira. Derek, what up, dude? Alright, so dude, check these out. Derek, you missed this, but look, I created that custom lore model I told you about earlier today. Alright, so I've been pumping all these images and captioning them. I spent probably 7 hours on this already. But it's making art that looks like my dad's art. Like, this is fucking, like, look at this one, dude. Like, if you told me, if someone printed that out, like, yeah, hey, your dad made this, like, I would believe it. I fucking so jazzed right now on this. Kira, I sent you the Slack. In Slack, I sent you the link to my. Oh, you're over here. Oh, you're talking probably. Everyone else might be able to hear you. Let me switch up my headphones. Let's see. Let's see. You there, Kira? Nope. Maybe. Let's see. I probably have some sort of audio issues going on over here. Are my headphones even on? Dude, the music's not even coming through? No one's getting any audio. What is going on? It's not your fault. I see the thing coming through for you, Kira, so it's not you. It's me. It's me. Here, there we go. Damn it. Let me figure this out. I think my audio card might have just died. No, the music still, that works. Let's see. I'm gonna sort this out. Of course, the one time I get Kira out here, my shit goes crazy. Okay, that's working. That is not working. Sweet. Bullshit. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to return to not using these headphones. I'm gonna fix this. You know what? Made the cardinal sin of not restarting my computer in like a few weeks, and I always do that before the stream. But here we are. You know, such is life. Voice and video. Let's change speakers to default. Okay, and then we're gonna go over here to that. Boom. Okay. All right, I think I can hear you now, Kira.
Testing.
There
testing.
it is. There it is. You're alive.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, Brian's working a night shift, and I saw your text on Slack, and I was kind of like, you know what? Sure.
Let's do it. All right, well, we're here. We're arting it up, Kira. Welcome to the stream. I've been doing this for 3 years. You've been working with me for 10, but I love it.
No, has it been that long?
Dude, yes. Easily. Easily. Maybe like,
Nice.
I don't know. Ross is at like 12. So you've got to be, what, something? I don't know. All right, so,
Maybe.
what'd you say?
I said, I mean, that sounds accurate because it wasn't too long after Ross and I got out of school that you, or I should say that Ross hunted me down.
I wrangled you guys into the madness adventure that we're on. All right, so check this out, Kira. I created, so this thing called Scenario that I was trying to get you guys to play with for a long time. I figured, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'll lead the way here. So I created LoRa's, which are low-rank adaptation models, right? So this is a generative AI. So I took all of these, like, here's my dad's stuff, right? Can you see this?
Right.
Can you see the screen or no?
Okay. Yeah, I'm watching.
Oh, cool. So, like, I took and I uploaded all these and I captioned them all. And these were, like, auto captions. Like, I didn't really get into the weeds of it, but I edited them all so that they're consistent for, you know, LoRa training or whatever. And there's probably some of them in here I could delete out that aren't, like, helping me. Anyways, so then I start playing with it to help do generations. Like, some of these suck. Like, that one's not... I kind of like the distorted features, but, like, this is kind of similar to my dad's style. This is definitely getting there. This is really there. This. These are all really good. Like, that literally looks like my dad. Like, and a lot of his portraits did. So, like, I'm figuring out how to fine-tune it. Some of these are, like, his style. These are his, like, sketch style, right? So I took those, and I've created renderings from that. And then now I'm going over here, and I've made this other LoRa that's all based on his painterly faces, right? Like, so all these crazy painted faces.
Right.
So this is cool. And what I did for each one of these was I took them into ChatGPT and told it to give me a LoRa training prompt based on the description, based on this image that a LoRa would understand when doing this in Stable Diffusion. Like, I prompted it really good, right? So it gives me these, like, ridiculous captions, right? Like, if you look at this, like that, it gave me that. So I double checked them, made sure it sounded right, and
right.
So this one is, like, really crushing. I spent like 7 hours just on this one yesterday. But check out these generations that it's making, right? Some of these are so good. Like, that looks like my dad's art. I just made that as we were logging on, as you were logging in. That, like, is really leaning into, like, my dad's style. That is too. That's sort of, like, not there. That one's kind of got the vibe. This one I like. That one's probably, like, the closest one, I think, on that style. That wasn't it, you know what I mean? But, like, some of these other ones, like this one's, I could see my dad doing that, like, for sure. And so I base it off of that other image. I don't know, so, like, it's exciting me because I take all these each week and I make new shit from them anyways. Like, this one could definitely be one of my dad's sketches. So that was, like, the sketch that I outputted from the other LoRa, and then ran it through here as a character reference. Like, let's go. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why he's got, like, drunken eyes. But my dad actually did that a lot in his art. Like, just made crazy ass, like, everything was, because it was really, like, an abstraction that he tried to, like, create something from, right? Like, he would just splatter paint on a page and then pull a face out of it, right? Like, it was fascinating to watch him paint. I don't know, but, like, I'm super giddy on this right now. So I'm trying to just, like, think about what I want to do here. If I want to just, so what my plan was, I'll render some shit, right, like I just did, and then grab one of these and take it, like this one, and just take it into Photoshop and go for it now. So I think that's the plan. And then you can just, like, you know, however we can collaborate. You can give me ideas or tell me whatever you think. I'm gonna do a download.
I mean, I'll probably glance up at it occasionally as you work. Like, I'm playing video games while we chat.
Oh, cool. What are you playing?
Probably gonna get my ass kicked by video games.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's like, I got into the really stupid gotcha game from China called, I don't know if you've heard of Genshin Impact.
Yes.
Okay, so they had, when that got real big, they were like, well, we have all this money now, let's make more games. So they came out with a turn-based one that has a lot of the same, I won't say the same mechanics because it's turn-based versus, like, you know, Genshin is very Breath of the Wild 3D space.
Got it.
but same style, same sort of like storytelling, like, but I like it way better than Genshin because it has an auto button that you can press. Like if you're like, you just have to grind a whole bunch of materials, you can just set up the team and hit the auto button and walk away.
Okay. Hey, you know, that can work too, right?
Yeah, like you definitely, you know, you can't do it for like actual in-game bosses or whatever, but for grinding, it's fantastic. Because that was what ended up being the thing that turned me off of Genshin, is I was having a good time, but then it would like, you would get a new character, and then it was just brutal to get all of the materials you needed to get the character to a level that you could like actually use the character.
Yeah. And then you start to wonder, like, what the point of life is now that you're wasting so much of your precious time on this stupid fucking game.
No, for real. The same boss over and over and over, and you have to fight that same battle over and over and over. Like, no.
Yeah.
So this has the same mechanic, but because it has that little auto button, as long as you've got a half decent team, you can watch TV, drink some coffee, crochet a little bit, come back, do it again.
It works. It works. Reminds me a little bit of Raid Shadow Legend. I played that for a while, and I just decided like I was wasting my life on this thing, so scaled that back quite a bit. Actually, I quit it entirely, but I did play a lot for a while. So, I downloaded. Oh man, I downloaded like a shit ton of open Creative Commons space images the other day. I just went on NASA's website because I'm going to make a LoRa for that to generate my own space images, all based on Creative Commons, you know? I thought that was kind of fun to think about. It's like, let's see.
Why don't you just use the actual space images? Because those are, NASA doesn't copyright them or anything, does he?
No, they don't, but I like the idea of these, well, I mean, I usually do, right? First and foremost, I just layer in space images all the time. But
Okay.
I think like having ones that are just definitely nowhere else, right? That they've been custom rendered just for this is kind of cool. So
That's, yeah, okay, that's fair.
let's
All
see.
right, I'll let you get away with it.
But
It's
no, I'm
fine.
picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, these are all the ones I grabbed. Like this one's super cool. I actually used this one in a piece like years ago. I'll throw that guy right up here. And then we're just gonna start photo bashing. It's gonna be epic. Ooh, I like this. What blows my mind is that's a fucking photograph. Like, that existed real life. Like, that just makes me excited. Like, like what the fuck? It's just
It
so.
is really cool.
It's so cool. I want to put some like spiral nebulas in his eyeballs. You know, that seems good. Ooh, these are gonna be cool to make big over the whole thing. Yeah, look at that fucking thing.
Yeah, did you ever see that telescope before they launched it into space?
The space, which one? The James Webb?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the new one, right? No, I did not.
Yeah, that's the yeah. Did you ever get to see how it works?
I did not.
Bro.
It's wild.
It is really, 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 really cool because it's basically origami meets science.
Okay.
Right? Because it's huge. Like to capture those images, the lens to capture the light has to be
Insane.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably using all the wrong words, but like it has these giant foil wings that have to be fully expanded to catch the light for the images.
Okay.
And there's no way you can just shoot it in space fully expanded, right?
Sure.
It's delicate pieces. So they engineered a way that like it's this little pod, or it was a little pod, and then when it got up there, it would, expand into this giant dish of what it is. And they had to test it like 1,000 different times.
100,000. Very, very much.
Right, because once it was up there was no getting it back.
Oh, no
like,
shit.
Well, we gotta fix it, right? This was like a one-shot, I hope it doesn't fail situation.
Right.
So yeah, like they I got to see a video of it unfolding for like a test, and it did it really, really slowly, very, very carefully, but it was very, very cool. I was impressed. I was like, I don't know who came up with that idea, but give that man a raise. Or
Yeah.
woman.
You don't fuck that up for sure. That's an expensive fuck up. Yeah, we're gonna have to launch that again. That's gonna be a bajillion dollars. You don't want to be that person for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, the telescope is cool. And then I stay a little bit on. I wouldn't say I stay on top of it, but I'll call my old man to say hi, and he really loves space, so he'll keep me updated. But the James Webb was one, and then he's been really excited about watching the launching and the landing tests of that rocket that they can reuse. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I've seen those. That guy's sort of on my shit list right now, but we'll see what happens in the next few years.
Yeah, I try not to think about who's funding it and more about the people who are actually smart enough to make it happen.
Yeah. Alden's business partner just retired from NASA, but she was one of the most requested engineers in NASA for like 30 years. But she was on the Blue Horizons team or something. And they she basically was the person that I don't know all the details, but she helped make sure that the payload that got to Mars actually landed, because it was about to fail. And it was just cool, just knowing someone working on those things. When I talk to her, I'm just like, you push the boundaries of humanity, unequivocally. That's what you do. That's fucking amazing.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So life's exciting. We're just out here trying to make cool shit, all in our own little ways.
At this point, there's nothing else to be done, because it's that or contemplate the black hole that's humanity.
The humanity black hole.
I mean, let's be real. Right in the center of that pucker is America right now. It's fine.
It's all right. Everything's gonna be fine, probably. What I thought was great. Check out this image. This is how the image came off of NASA's site. Is this where the alien headquarters are? We're just gonna block that out here. Just these just giant black blocks. It was like that on multiple space websites, because the EU's got their own space shit and
yeah.
And they all have this same image, and nobody knows what's there. Why is it that? I don't know. I just found that wildly fascinating.
It is really pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Why would they block out this? It's very intentional. You know what I mean? So,
right. Oh, right. They don't want everyone to know that we're not alone.
Yeah, that's where the Klingons are from. They're coming to destroy us. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I didn't watch much.
Versus the Klingons, we would lose, hand down.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt. But the good news is I can fill in those blocks with generative AI pretty quickly. Here we are. It's like the content aware tool on steroids, and I love it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely came in handy. As much as I like to bitch about AI and whatnot, it definitely comes in handy sometimes.
Look, it's just all about who's leveraging it and what they're doing with it, and do they have any creative integrity, right? If you're just fucking just oh, I'm gonna click some buttons and I'm an artist, go fuck yourself. You're not an artist. You're just clicking buttons. You're
yeah, I like that. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I mean, any more than when your 4-year-old gets on your Tekken and just beats the shit out of you mashing buttons. It's a similar kind of thing, right? It's yeah, you're not actually good at this game. You're just mashing buttons, and sometimes shit comes out the other end that's half decent,
Right.
But I digress.
Right, I digress.
I do that a lot on this stream. It's fun to digress.
Yeah, I get that.
So I'm gonna extend all these backgrounds.
I will be right back, man.
Yeah, no stress. Derek, how you doing over there, bro? making it out to the stream. Scott, welcome to the stream, sir. It's always great when my regulars be coming out. I got regulars. Y'all love me. It's so sweet. I'm out here with some NASA Space Telescope shit. In case you missed it, Scott, I trained an AI, Laura, to make new art of my dad's art, and I'm very excited about it. I can show that to you if you want. So this right here is not one of my dad's pieces of art. However, it looks like he drew it, which is pretty fucking cool. And I actually generated it with this thing called Scenario. So I made a Laura model. I'll probably show this off like 10 times tonight. But basically, I input all of these images of my father's paintings and like have really detailed descriptions of the art and the art quality and the colors and the techniques and all that for every single one of these, right? And then so I use that with prompts to just generate new pieces of art, right, that look like they're in his style. So actually, I'll demo one real fast because I find this crazy fascinating, and I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it, but it's kind of amazing. So like, let's say, well, first of all, I can just hit this button. Actually, let's just use all parameters. Cool. So I'm using all the parameters of that one. Actually, my favorite one was this one. So let's do this. Use all parameters of that one. So it's going to take all the parameters that I used to generate that, drop it over here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomly generate a new prompt. But it's generating a new prompt off of all the prompt data that I put into all those other images, right? So like a translucent, surreal, abstract watercolor and ink featuring a serene face, partly dissolving into muted, swirling, but holy shit. Yeah, cool. Cool story. Hit the button. Boom. So like I did all the programmatic work, if you will, into making this thing be able to do whatever the fuck I want. So like that isn't doing it for me at all. So anyways, but welcome back here. So those suck, but that's how that goes, right? Like there's a randomness to this that I'm still understanding. Like I literally just started playing with this week, but like let's see, let's use all parameters for that. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back over into yeah, we'll just whatever. We'll just do another prompt generation and see what happens. What was working for me was me taking descriptions of other pieces that I put in there and using that, which was kind of cool. So let me go back and see if there's like a... Oh yeah, oh this one's fucking fantastic. Let's do this. Okay. Cool. Ooh, those are cool. Not like weird enough, but it's a good step in the right direction. Almost alien looking. They're pretty fine. Pretty just weird. I like them. But it's still not, like, it's not distorted enough. Like, my dad would make shit more distorted.
Did he ever sell his stuff professionally? Or
oh, yeah, all the time. Like, all the ones on my ceiling, like, Kira, he would do these in, like, 4 hours and sell them for, like, $3,000 to $5,000, like, all the time.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh, these are cool.
That's awesome.
This, like, literally looks like one of my dad's paintings, for sure. So does this one.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so the prompt, I don't like its random prompts aren't as good. I wonder what happens if I don't do any prompt. Let's see what happens. Just generate me an image. These cost 1 penny each to generate, which is not bad.
No, but I bet it slips away from you really quick. Like.
Yeah, I bet it does. For some reason, it's like, why would it do this under like any circumstance in this Laura? That's what I don't understand. Like, so it generated 2 things, and one of them was a plant, and one was a bunch of weird houses on the side. uh, of the fucking whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Anyways, it's totally bizarre. All right, so that one was okay. Let's try. I have another one. Okay, this is my shit. This is my favorite one. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna give it a reference image too. So paste, and then we're gonna do reference image from library. Library. Sometimes I can talk like a real boy. Let's. And I'm gonna do control net character. So I want it to like. Actually no. I'm gonna do style reference. I'm gonna influence the shit out of it with this heavy influence on the style reference. All right, let's see what you do, you crazy AI. And then I'm gonna go back to working on this other piece. No stress, Derek. You still working too much over there, bro? Derek, I don't think you've met Derek, but Derek has been to every one of my live streams for 3 years. He and I used to play soccer together when we were kids, and we've just been homies now. Long time. So this is cool, right? So here's the reference image, and the prompt was based off of a description of this image, and it gave me that, which is that's pretty legit. And it's in the same vein of like what my father would create. Like, look at this one. This even like resembles my dad a little bit. He wasn't slender faced like that, but
yeah,
his nose is pretty close. His jaw kind of came a little more. This face actually looks more like him than the other. But yeah. Super cool. So if I wanted it to be more, okay, so I can take the style influence all the way up. That could be cool. So it's definitely grabbing the style influence, and then if I go here, so we got 90 on that. Image count, sampling steps. Let's check the sampling steps up, see what happens. So like 30. I'm just having fun tonight. I never have an objective for these things. I don't even know what I'm working on typically before I start, which is exciting.
Working in the dark so I don't bother my lizard.
What kind of lizard do you have these days?
Huh?
What kind of lizard do you have? Bearded dragon or something?
Oh no, I have a gargoyle gecko and I have a crested gecko.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Like, they're nocturnal, so it's like I came in here to use my computer and I was like, oh, he's awake. I should probably turn off the light so he's not like wondering why the sun suddenly came out.
Yeah, you're a good lizard, Mom. Wow, this one's cool too. Alright, I'm gonna get back to working on this other one then. So that's neat. I actually think this one is kind of neat. I like the colors on this. I'm gonna download that. Then I'm gonna remove the face out of it and just layer the colors over top. And that's gonna be cool. I just do a lot of like random layering and shit. Like it's just, have you seen some of my work recently? You probably not. I don't really share it that much with the team. I kind of just do my own thing over here entirely. Let's see here. Why did I put on the polygonal lasso tool? How do you say that? Polygonal?
The polygonal?
Polygonal.
Yeah,
there it is.
I mean, that's how I've always said it. Whether or not that's accurate, I cannot tell you.
Seems like better English than what I was going for. Remove face and replace with more background. Then I'll do that as a color overlay. That'll look sweet. Bam, look at that. So that's like, I really love this assistive AI stuff because it's like there's so many. It's just, it makes life easy sometimes. But sometimes it'll just clown the shit out of me. It'll just like generate some grass or like something random as fuck. Much like that cityscape on the horizon or whatever. Let's do that there. There's some color. We do color dodge actually. No, just kidding. Maybe.
It's so bright, my eyes are bleeding.
I'm bleeding eyes. Hue might be cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
It's not too bad.
Get a little diversity in the color there. Yeah. Cool. And then I'm going to take this guy. This is a cool one. We're going to rasterize this layer. Boom. And then I will do a... You ever play with these blending layers? It's pretty fun. Like these little things here, these sliders.
Oh yeah, Ross showed me that a few months back. My mind was blown a little bit.
Yeah, so if you just slide those sliders, and you have to hold Alt to open them up, like it just drops the black out, you see? Which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it is.
And then it allows you to really do some pretty neat stuff pretty quickly. I use it all the time on my live stream, so yeah, I'm just gonna drop out the black. Cool. And then you can always play with the blending modes. And just do like an overlay. Look at it, I got some like nebulous third eye shit going on the forehead, which is cool.
Good old third eye.
This one's gonna be wild. I'm excited already. I want to see what happens when I extend this image entirely. It's a crab nebula, apparently. Dog, tank! This guy just goes like slurpy, glurpy. Like, I don't know if you ever had a bulldog, but they're just really... They can be a bit on the ridiculously obnoxious side.
Listen, I saw a reel on Facebook that had me dying because they were talking about, obviously bulldogs and pit bulls are not the same thing, but
Right.
in my mind, they sort of they're cousins, right?
Yeah.
And I saw this guy was talking very specifically about the Stafford Terrier, which is just a very fancy name for a pit bull, in my opinion.
Of course.
But,
Staffordshire
anyway.
Terrier, yeah, that's what you put on your apartment lease, so they'll let you rent the place.
Yes, right. So that's the one thing that I'll never forget. This guy says the Stafford Terrier is proof that you can be built like a shit brick house, but have the mental capacity of a ham sandwich.
Yes, that is
I was like, yes.
so fucking true. Yeah, tanks like that
He
for
did
sure.
one for Labradors too, and I don't remember all the stuff he said about Labradors, but I tell you what, it was spot on because that's what we had. We had little labs. And
Oh, cool.
They were. I do remember. I don't remember how he said it exactly. They can like eat anything, throw it up because they shouldn't have eaten it, and then said, "Hang on, I'll take care of that," and then eat what they threw up. It's awful.
Yes, that is disgustingly accurate.
It really is. And ours were just smart enough to get into trouble, but shoot, they were like this weird line of like so smart they were kind of hard to train because we're dumb humans, and they were so stupid that they would just do really ridiculous things. Like we had the older of the two was a yellow lab, and my stepfather used to have like a work bag where it was like a backpack that he would take to work every day.
Yeah.
And he kept leaving it on the floor, and my mother kept telling him, "Don't leave it on the floor. The dog is going to get into it." And he didn't believe her because it's zippered. He's like, "It's closed. It's zippers. It's fine. She can't get into it." And sure enough, we came down one morning, and she had managed to delicately unzip the bag, get into the backpack, pull open the Tupperware without destroying the Tupperware, eat all of the chocolate chip cookies, and half of his
Gangster.
instant coffee.
Gangster.
We thought we were gonna have, like, within 24 hours, we thought we were gonna have a dead dog, but somehow she managed to pass it all and was totally fine.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Crazy
Mom caught her in
dogs.
the back once. It was like, apparently she was good at using her lips. She could grab with her lips and pull very patiently pull open the zipper without anybody noticing.
Meanwhile, I got like the giant rat traps of doom out in my garage. Because there was some rat out there that was making me crazy, and my dog's sniffing around, and he goes, and he sticks his face in there, and it's like smash, and it's like literally, I mean, this thing's fucking this wide with like teeth on it, and it's like hanging on his mouth, and he's just like, doesn't make a noise, doesn't whelp, doesn't yelp, whatever the hell noise you'd think he would make, like if he was in pain, just sort of like is just like there's a thing on my face, like that's probably that probably sucks, like. Bro, I can't with this fucking dog. He's so extra. He's so extra. But yeah, crazy high pain tolerance. Like, almost like his nerves don't work. But, you know, it's what it is.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I'm glad. Did he need stitches or anything? Or
no, it didn't do anything. He just shook it off. Like, he's nuts.
Wow.
Look, this dog used to dig himself under the fence to try to get through the neighbor's dogs, and it has like the little spiky thing on the bottom, and it would just slice down the middle of his forehead, and he just would just push himself through, and it just cut into his back and shit. Nuts. Like, literally nuts.
Yeah. See, at least Holly never did that. God bless her.
Broke the chain link fence by chewing on it and wrenching it, like cracked a bunch of his teeth. Like, it's like, what are you doing, dude? Like, you have an acre of land. Like no reason to be any sort. Like, he's just, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Quit hyperfixating on the neighbor's dog, you asshole.
Yeah. It's just there's just a mental capacity issue there or something.
Well, I mean, a ham sandwich on 4 legs. What are you gonna do?
Basically. He's alright though. He'd die for us, so that counts for something when I'm paying his food bill every month, right? Like.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
He would die for us. My wife frequently reminds me of that. So. Yeah. He's a good boy.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
Ronan wants to get a dog one day, but I'm like, okay, what kind of dog? And he's like, a beagle. And I'm like,
the most barkingest, loud, obnoxious. He just doesn't know, does he? Like
well, no, because his childhood dog was a beagle, and he's like, Checkers was a great dog. And I was like, yeah, who was taking care of Checkers? You or your mom? Yeah, that's what I thought, asshole. It wasn't you. It's like, you can't convince me into a beagle. Not unless it's on an older one that's chilled out. I don't think they do that.
No.
I told him I'd be willing to do a basset hound because basset hounds are like low level energy. And I'm like, okay, I can do that.
That's what you know, bulldogs were supposed to be, and this guy has been
just
not that. Like he used to jump over my 4-foot fence. He's only like a foot tall. He doesn't do it anymore because he's old and his hip hurts him. But like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it
dogs
is.
are a trip.
Yeah, they definitely are. For sure. Oh, wrong layer.
I hate it when that happens.
Two beagles. So Scott said he grew up with 2 beagles. One of them had epilepsy and was super mellow. Well, that'll do it, I think. Yeah.
Aw, yeah. No, they're very cute. Don't get me wrong. Beagles are cute, but they're a lot of energy. They're like they want to go and do, and that's just not me. I need something that wants to like do a little bit of a walk. They can go do the walk, the 2-mile walk, but then also when we get home, they're content to just lay on my lap.
Yeah, my problem is I want a dog that wants to go for a run with me only when I feel like taking them on a run, which might be never. So, like, if I took my dog on a run with me, I wouldn't have a dog. Like, he would die.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, he's not equipped to move fast.
No, just
over
not
long
built
periods.
for that kind of thing.
What was that?
Not built for it.
No,
Dude.
not even close.
Oh.
Not even close. Yeah, he can't really be outside if it's like over like 70 degrees, and he doesn't want to be outside if it's under like 65, 60. Like, he'll just sit out there and whine and make crazy noises, and it's just a lot. It's a lot. He's a special little creature. Alright, this is starting to look kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
What
keep
are you
adding
all
shit.
those lemons?
Well, oh, the lemons?
Yeah.
We made a shitload of lemonade, and of which I pour rum into and drink on Wednesday nights.
Oh jeez.
But yeah, come over and get some, dude. I still have like, a couple, at least 100 on the tree. Like, it's kind of stupid.
Well, I had a passing thought about like, how hard would it be to take a lemon and make whatever the lemon flavored equivalent of marmalade is, right? Because they have like the peel in it and stuff. I like marmalade. Do you like marmalade?
Yeah, marmalade's great. Not very hard, and actually with lemonade, we just blended the peel and everything. 'Cause it's all organic, right? I grew it with no shit on it. So, it's got that like oil in it, but apparently that's how they used to make it. It's got a lot more healthy, properties and shit to it. But yeah, I think you could easily do a marmalade and just make a lemonade marmalade. That'd be delicious.
I think it would be too, but also I'm gonna need you to do all the work and make it, okay?
Well, that happens, right? Like, you know how the creative process works when you're making anything. Like, you got to be comfortable with it sucking for a little bit. The first one might be trash, right? And it probably will be. It's got to be iterative. So
now you gotta invite over the expert. I have a friend that probably knows how to do it. Be like, okay, I'm gonna pay for your ticket to come up here, and you're gonna make marmalade for me.
Random excuse to catch up with another human being you enjoy. I think it sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah.
Where's your friend live?
Like that. Huh?
Where's your friend live?
Florida.
Florida.
For now. Yeah, for now. He's attempting. He has a friend that lives in Norway that invited him out to stay, like couch surf or whatever, just like Norway.
Oh, cool.
Pretty sure it's Norway. But anyway, to get over there, Norway is actually sort of. They want you to come, but they also want you to be a productive member of society. So if you don't have a job by the time you get done with your student visa, they will get you, right?
They just tell you to kick rocks.
Yeah, they tell you to kick rocks. So,
you ain't gotta go home, but you can't stay here.
I know, right? So he's applied for his student visa, and depending on whether or not they accept him, he could go there and have a very good time, but then also end up coming directly back, right?
Right.
So I don't know. I think he's probably going the way he is. Because he's one of them high anxiety Pomeranian types, so he's not going to sit around like waiting for the job to come to him. He's going to go.
Did you equate your friend to a dog? Is that what just happened there? High anxiety? You called him a Pomeranian?
Yeah, I love him to death, but he's a lot of energy and he's very anxious.
Yeah, that's particularly funny because like that, our lifestyle of like small business, trying to figure it out all the time, like that doesn't work for a lot of people, right? So
yeah,
definitely not that type of person.
But yeah, so we'll see what happens. But he'll either end up in Florida for a little while yet, or he'll find something else. He's trying to get out of Florida.
Gotcha. Yeah, Florida.
Yeah.
Florida's its own breed. It's a little special down in Florida.
Yeah, it's very special. And with the current administration, it's only getting specialer, more specialist.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's a lot out there.
It's a lot.
High
I probably shouldn't
anxiety.
smash talk Florida though, because I'm headed there next week, and I need Florida to be kind.
Yeah, what do you? Oh yeah, you told me about that. I'm sure it's on the calendar.
Yeah, it's Monday. We leave Monday night, and
Okay.
we'll be back on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it should be. I'm excited. I'm hopeful. Like I, we're going to Disney
Florida's great.
World, and I found that Disney World is not, like Busch Gardens where you can just walk in and do whatever and have like a really good time and hit most of the rides in like a day.
Yeah, I have no
You
idea.
gotta have like a plan, and you have to have like lightning passes, and the whole idea was like, Brian, you're turning his age and I'm turning, my age. So let's celebrate the big zeros and go to Disney World. And I talked him into it and he was all for it, but then he really, 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 really wanted to do it on his birthday. No matter how hard I tried to convince him that September was the time to go, because September is their slowest month. We could have gone and had like barely anybody in any of the parks on any day if we had gone in September. I just couldn't talk him into it, so we're gonna go. It's not gonna be real busy, but from what I've seen online, it'll be like average amount of people, which I can only assume means like a lot of people. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never been.
I've never been either. I would expect some sort of madness of human beings for sure. Like, don't delude yourself that it's gonna be like easy going and shit. But people keep going for a reason, and it's like, it's, I don't know. I'm sure there's a level of expertise that they execute. I mean, even like when Busch Gardens is packed, like it's still a damn good time, But I fucking hate standing in line, so I'm not gonna sit around and be in line for hours to like. It's just not. I just can't. So I don't even go. We have Busch Gardens passes, but I only go.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. Standing in lines is the worst. I'll do it, but it's not. I'd much rather anything but stand in the line. And so I'm trying to figure out how we can like do that without, not having to stand too much in the lines. It's like, okay, so I guess I'm spending all the extra money on the lightning passes and the,
Yeah. It's just
really actually like do some planning to be like, okay, if we go to this side of the park first and hit these rides, then these other rides will have less people on them by that point of time.
Exactly.
We can go hit those rides.
You gotta have a science to it, even if you're lying to yourself. You just at least ahead of time have a plan. It'll never work out appropriately or whatever, but you'll be all right. You'll still have a good time.
Yeah, I think so, because like planning is really not my thing. Brian's he did the hard work. He did all the research trying to get us a good price to go down there. And then it was hilarious because that same friend I was telling you about, his mom is currently getting, he works with the military, helping military families get cheap tickets and hotel rooms to like a multitude of things. And Disney World was on that list. So
oh, hell yeah.
He did a little bit of research and he was like, because we gave him the numbers. We were like, yeah, we're thinking 3 days, $4,000 to stay at the resort, because we didn't want to drive.
Right.
And he looked at me and straight in my eye and he said, no. When I get back to Florida, you're gonna give me a call, or I'll give you a call, and I'm gonna use my military to get you the discount, because they're allowed to do that as a gift. They can use their military to give a gift to,
Oh, cool.
get the cheaper tickets. So it went from like 3 days for $4,000 to 5 days, 4 park days, 2 days for travel. 2 days for travel, and the 4 park days is 7 days. And then I think we did the math, and like the park tickets with the hotel was just a little bit over $2,000.
Dude, if it makes sense and you guys, it's gonna be an experience that you're gonna like remember, and like, I mean, what the fuck else are we doing with our lives, right? Like, might as well do shit that is exciting and that you'll create memories, right? We're all gonna die soon anyways, right? Like, might as well enjoy yourself.
Yes, we're all gonna die soon. I might as well ride the Tron cycles at least once.
At least once. Uh,
I've never been. Brian went when he was a kid. Have you ever been?
no, never.
Never? Oh, but bro, you've lived here your like whole life, haven't you? So like, why haven't you gone?
I don't know. I haven't had any money. I've been poor my whole life.
Oh, right.
I've been dump every penny I ever made for the past 20 years back into this business, trying to fucking make sure that we're ready when our opportunity comes.
Shit.
And we have been, you know, like it's coming together. I'm so proud of everything we've built so far. And yeah, you've been a huge part of that, Kira. Like I know we don't interact as much because you report to Ross, but like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm just really proud of this whole team and everything we're doing. It's so fucking cool. And the business is just coming together. This is our year. I know I say that every year, but this is the year. So
Yeah.
we'll see. What does Scott say here, Sid? He said they were named. Oh, the dogs were named Toby and Chelsea, and then I met two friends in college named Toby and Chelsea that got married. That is pretty trippy, Scott. So he knew someone that had two dogs named Toby and Chelsea, and then met a couple with the same name, totally unrelated, at a later time in life. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man.
Love that. Let's see.
You need like a moderator so you can pick all the things.
Yeah. You know, well, this fucking stream needs to make some money first, and I'll hire some people to do shit. You know, one step at a time. You know, all I've been doing over here is streaming for 3 years. 3 years I've been doing this, Kira. It's crazy.
Oh. As long as you're still having fun, that's what matters in my mind.
I am only doing this because it's fun. Like, you know, as you might recall, I am not on the art team. Ross fired me. He's like, Carl, if you want to make money, you got to get the fuck out of the way. He's like, nobody can hold you accountable. You're the boss. Like, you're too artsy fartsy. You're not following all the, like, I'll just be doing dumb shit, you know? Just out of a passion and a love for it, you know, which is why I can relate to some other people. But it's like, at the end of the day, you know, we have an art business and it has to make money, and there has to be, you know, procedures and processes and ways that we go about doing those things, and it can't just be loosey-goosey, artsy-fartsy, like no holds bars the whole time. Like that's
Right.
not possible to make that work. And we've been able to build on that and scale, which is pretty fucking cool if you ask me.
Yeah, it has been. It's all right, but it's been a good ride.
A crazy ride. I still can't believe I let you go because we couldn't afford you, and then you trusted me again and came back. I'll never forget that. Like, it was so cool. Like, all right, motherfucker, don't do it twice though. I'll punch you.
Listen, anything's better than retail. That's all I'm
Oh,
gonna say.
for sure. You know, and I think about that sometimes, especially like in the struggling times of the business. Like, this is a damn cool job that I built for everybody that gets to work here. Tank, just chill out. Like, it's like,
Man.
I wanted to always make something that I would want to work at, right? And that's where I'm at. And I try to treat the whole thing that way. I talk about that on the podcast a lot too. You got to help me host a podcast. We talked about it a few times, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get you in there on one or two. You know, it'll be fun.
Who was it? Like, how do they feel about you on a Sunday night? How does your employees feel about you on a Sunday night?
Yeah,
That's how you know, like, a good work environment or whatever.
100%. Or on a Wednesday night at 9:15, they just randomly show up to hang out with you. That says a lot.
Yeah.
Deeply proud of that. So, anyhow.
Yeah, you should be. You should be.
Yeah, I know you guys love me. It's great. It's a great feeling. So
Um,
I'm just a crazy human being, like everybody else. Ooh, that looks cool. This like nebula coming out of his forehead. Let's
yeah, that's
see.
cool.
It's just weird. Just making weird art, you know.
Well, you know what you could do if you really wanted to try and do something nuts is that you would like study how what glass like frosted glass looks like when you put a light inside of it, or maybe not frosted glass, maybe just glass, like when you put the light inside of the glass, and then you would make that like glass. That'd be
Sorry,
hard to tell though.
I'm trying to follow you. What are you saying?
Okay, so if the skull, that face, if it's not just a face, it's like an actual physical skull, like, or that like it's like clear and glass, like you would do like all the refractions and reflections and stuff of the light from the nebula inside of its head.
Okay.
That's all. that was all the thought with
I love that.
that.
Okay.
But glass is really really hard, like to do right. So
No,
you
no,
know,
it's not. What? This might be annoying, but we're gonna do it this way. So let's see. Make head look like it's. Would you say what kind of glass?
glass, just glass. Well, you could do frosted glass.
Glass with
glass,
a
glass.
light, light emitting from the inside. You ever use this stuff? You don't even mess with this, do you?
No.
Let's see what happens. It'll just be like a random bullshit thing. Who knows?
Oh yeah. It's really, really
There we
weird.
go. Nailed it. First try. There we go. Dude, you'd be surprised how sometimes this works beautifully. And sometimes it's like, really? This thing's fucking with me.
Yeah.
See, that's sort of getting there. Ooh. And then this guy.
What is that?
I don't know, but he's happy to be on this guy's mind. That's so fucking stupid.
It's like, who is this guy? We need to alert him immediately that he's been put into the Adobe, you know.
It's wild out there for sure.
No.
The keyhole. That's sort of close.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's starting to get there. So I'll get
Yeah.
here. I'll get up here and I'll delete all the stupid ones. That one's actually cool. That one is. I can't believe there was a person. They just rendered up a whole ass person in there.
Yeah, that one's not too bad.
Yeah, I actually kind of like that one. And then I'll throw the nebula back over top of it. I'll move it back underneath. It'll be different. But it might also be rendering off of a different layer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Tonight's like so wildly experimental. Wow, that one's great.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that's not terrible. I missed the nebula though.
So I think we do that, and then we're gonna pull this underneath the nebula.
Okay.
We sort of lost it entirely, didn't we?
No, that's not terrible.
Let's see. This song's terrible. Kind of like the colorful chaoticness of that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one's fun. Tank, are you serious? Holy shit. Took all these crazy pictures like the sun and the... Oh, I wonder if I could do like a water landscape. Oh, the clouds. Yeah. I took a bunch of cool pictures. I went hunting last week.
Yeah.
Took a bunch of cool pictures. But there was some cool shots of the clouds, and I wanted to get some like lens flares. Like, look how cool that lens flare is.
You were you doing like goose, duck?
Yeah, all kinds of duck. We got a swan. Goose. We didn't shoot any goose. We didn't get no geese came through. So lots of ducks though. People probably don't want to see that.
Yeah, I was about to ask, cause like, did you get anything or?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. We ate lots of good. I don't want to I feel bad like showing off dead pictures of animals. So
Yeah. No, I get it. My dad likes to hunt. He never took me though.
I like hunting too. I hate killing things, but I love to know that like I'm eating like the most healthy version of this type of stuff. But I also
Yeah.
like I'm not like a let me take pictures and post it on the internet of me with dead animals. Like it's still a dead earthling, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to have some respect for the sanctity of life. Though like obviously we murder things. So.
No, I agree. I'm very like, as long as you're using as much of the animal as you can, you know. Obviously, not everybody's gonna have a use for the skin or the horns or bones or anything, but like if you're eating it, I think that's a fair. That's where I draw the line. It's like it's fine if you're eating it.
Yeah, if you're just
going out
murdering
there
shit for
to
no
eat it,
reason, like fuck you, Yeah, I'm with you
Yeah.
on that. But yeah, I mean, like I wish I had the time and capacity to like really do some cool shit, like mounts and like feather things and like shit. But I don't. But I definitely eat them. But I still have like the pelt from my deer last year in the freezer, and this Aries prepping the skull for me. I'm
Those
gonna.
feathers.
What'd you say?
From the ducks. What do you do with all those feathers?
I just let them compost.
Next time you go hunting, save me some of the wing feathers.
Okay, I will, for sure.
Like,
That was the first time I've ever been
to
duck
my mom,
hunting.
and
So
I'll make her egg. 'Cause she collects holistically and she puts it in her artwork.
fucking A, I love that. And thanks, Derek. Yeah, man, I'm digging this new stuff too. I'm just having some fun with it. I'm trying to find some cool clouds from pictures I've taken to put into the background. So I think that might be cool. This one's kind of cool and almost ominous. Let me see, copy image, paste, and throw it in the background. I thought it might be cool to like layer that behind a bunch of this stuff. I need to chop out around that head. I almost like it when it's like without the face in it.
Yeah.
I love this process of just it's so like creative and exploratory. Like none of it's I don't know what the fuck I'm doing most of the time. I'm just like literally called the show For the Love of Creativity, just for the fun of just like exploring. Like what am I doing? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just doing shit, you know what I mean? And that was like
Yeah.
the magic behind my dad's art too. Like it was like reckless creativity, just no care for form, but all of a sudden it became beautiful and like there was form in it, but it was just like an exercise in like summoning from the ether, like it was fucking wild to watch him do art because he was masterful and he would just make these things look so effortless, and the color composition and color theory was always beautiful and unique, and I don't know, but I mean he did it a lot for 70 years at least 50 I would think, maybe more than that. So
I mean, reckless creativity that's a great way to live. I have a tough time with that actually. Like
I know.
I always have too. Like when I was younger and I was doing art and stuff, I was always like art for art's sake just never resonated. I had to have like a purpose, and then if I didn't have much of a purpose behind it, it was like, well, I'm doing it because I like blue. And that's not a good way to go through art school, FYI.
But is it what's wrong with it is the real question. Like
Because they want you to write a thesis, and you can't write a thesis about why. Like, I like blue because it makes me feel the happy. Like, that's not a thesis, unfortunately.
yeah, so there's like that's the part where creativity can die, right? Like because I get it, and I think that there's a piece of that makes sense, and you should have that, but the balance of it is like you should also be okay and have a way to like really just summon that reckless creativity. Like there's something magical about it where it's like I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing, I'm just doing it. I don't know, something happens there that doesn't happen anywhere else is all I'm saying. Like there's a level of play that comes in there that like really magical shit can happen that like if you have too much structure it can't, it's just it gets lost. So
Yeah,
that's my That's my thesis.
That's your thesis. Oh, it would have been a good one. Yeah, we could definitely make a show around that and like go for it. But like, I don't know. I did my junior thesis about. Okay, I'm gonna level with you. I had two theses. Like my first round of college, I had to do two theses. I had to do a junior thesis, which was like a half hour, no, 15-minute talk, and like a 5-page paper, I think it was. And I don't remember what bullshit I spouted, but I was like, I'm gonna do jackalopes. So I did jackalopes.
Did you really do jackalopes for your thesis? That's amazing.
Yeah, and that was my junior thesis, and then my senior thesis I really regret because like by the end I wasn't even having fun anymore. It was telephones.
Wow.
It was some bullshit about like communication, the loss of communication. I was like, I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna pretend I know what I'm talking about. Half-hour speech and the 10-page paper. No, 20? Something. It was ridiculous. For an undergrad, like that was a lot of ridiculous work. For something I didn't even believe in.
It sounds
like,
painful.
It was brutal. It was brutal. So anyway, when I went to school with Ross at the Virginia Institute of Animation or whatever it was.
R.I.P. That whole shit is gone.
Right. So the funny thing about that is that we had to take an art. They forced us to take art history, and the only art history class that I wasn't able to get out of because I have a minor in art history, and I every time they tried to stick me in an art history class, I went to the registrar and I was like, "Do you see this degree?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see this degree? It's a minor."
I've already done this. I'm fucking over it. Yeah.
Right, but the only one I couldn't get out of was the history of animation. And that particular teacher, I felt so bad for him because he wanted 3 pages with pictures, and everybody threw a fit. And I was like, guys.
3 pages.
That's literally like 5 paragraphs. Like, what is wrong with you?
Like, just, put on your big boy pants and get in there. Like, what are we talking about now?
It was bad. I realize I'm a little bit older than everybody I was in class with, but
Sure.
I was just like, you guys are really pitching a fit for something that's like really, really easy. Like, this is a quarter of the difficulty of what I had to do in a real school, because let's be real, the Art Institute was not a real school.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, but I learned a lot. Like, some of the professors were really good.
Of course.
It was definitely like, it definitely felt like the sketch of a college versus like what a real college is.
Yeah. Well, they didn't know. A lot of them had no idea, right? Like.
Right.
It's all right. Man, yeah, I I went to ODU. Kind of has some of those flavors as well, but I guess it keeps evolving. They always do, right? Like. Anyway.
Well, I feel quite strongly that art is something that, like, should you choose to go to school for it, make sure the school you're going to is like, you feel like you're coming away with something, right?
Yeah.
You're not taking bullshit classes, But if you don't choose to go to school for it, I don't think you have to.
No,
like, where it seems like outside of art is like the norm, and to get into a gallery is impossible whether you come from a school or not.
Right.
So at that point you might as well just do whatever's cheapest, which is like, practice from home.
100%. Well, look, at the end of the day, like if I hired someone to come work with us, I don't really give a shit if they have a degree. I care about their people skills and first and foremost their creative and art skills, right? Like how are they addressing these things? How can they work within the system? Can we actually sell what they're producing? But like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
What if they have a degree? Like that's the literal bottom thing on the list.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
I like to tease the shit out of Roth because he doesn't really like. Not anymore. He doesn't like paper anymore. So it's like I do like to tease him. I was like, well, if you can't do it with a pencil, then you're not allowed to do it with a.
Ooh.
A great way. He said something. I don't remember. He was saying something about art becoming. What was it? It's easier to get into art, right? Between the AI tools and everything becoming easier, like where's the gatekeeping?
I drew this by
Yeah.
hand. I felt so proud. But yeah, no, you're right. It is getting easier. But
And I don't know that that's necessarily a bad thing. Like, it is a little bit irksome when somebody is like, "Oh yeah, it's so easy," blah blah blah, and I'm like, "I don't."
yeah, but then
so
you look at their
hard.
stuff and like it's not very good. So they can
Yeah,
kick rock.
it is. So I get it. It's irksome, but I also sort of feel like, well, if we don't have that injection of fresh blood, you're not gonna like ever see anything change.
Right. That is not untrue. Something doesn't feel cool enough for this thing. It's still very not excited about it yet. I'm sorry. I just need to illustrate some more. That's really what it boils down to. And by illustrate in this instance, I just mean color, like a digital crayon.
It really does boil down to practice, right? Like, if you
Yeah.
don't practice, anybody can do art. They just have to practice. It's like learning an instrument. Sure, some people have more talent than other people, but, same can be said for anything. Some people are better at math.
Yeah.
Anybody can learn.
I think people have predispositions because there's some sort of genetic variation that like their eye sees things a little differently, or their hand-eye coordination is a little better, or they can picture things in their mind that other people's brain just literally doesn't work that way. Like, there's a whole lot of variables, but at the end of the day, like, anybody can make art. You just gotta be okay with making shitty art to start with, and then know where to find like resources to learn how to make good art, and you just keep trying. There's no magic formula. Like, that whole idea, like, oh, you're so talented, is like, you haven't seen all the garbage I made. Like, like, I've made a lot of garbage. Yeah. Like, and that's all right. Yes, that's part of the process, right? So like,
yep.
I don't know. There's not enough color in this for me, though. This one.
There's what?
This one seems flat to me for some reason. I don't know why.
Well then add some depth. Goddamn, where's your darks?
Yeah, I'm pushing them a little bit at a time.
No, it's getting there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking
Where's
weird.
my a way that I can hang on. Wake up my mouse. There we go. What is this button? Does this button let me do what I think I can do? Oh no, that's just how everything looked.
All the little stars and shit. I think I used this exact nebula on... Now I'm gonna have to go look, because now... Dude, I haven't done any of my... I usually do like work in progress shots the whole time. Didn't do any of that. Fuck it.
No.
But I am recording over here. Oh, let me see. Am I recording? Because that would be annoying. Yeah, I've been isolation recording it, so that's good. I made a tree back like the first year. I took a picture of a tree in my backyard, and then I think I used that nebula. Really, Tank? What's up, baby? Good night. I love you. Here it is. Yeah, that's that same... Oh, whoops. Grabbed the wrong screen.
That was like the infinity.
Went on like an infinity loop there. Oh, here we go. See, that nebula's right up front there. You see it?
Yeah.
There it is.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was a picture of my tree in my backyard, and I just... Oh, yeah, that was a weird one. I don't know. Just making art.
Nothing wrong with weird.
Weird has a little variety to the world, a little spice, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna do like a yellow here. How late's Brian working?
Hmm?
How late's Brian working?
Oh, he might not make it home until midnight.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he left. It was a late one. He left late, so he won't make it home until the morning. But I think he has tomorrow off, which is nice because he sometimes you get. I like to call it clopening, where you have to like close and then opening the next day. So it's like, why sleep? You might as well just stay up or whatever.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck all
Yeah,
that.
luckily he doesn't have to do that.
They
So
better pay him a
get-
shitload of money.
Yeah.
That stuff makes me crazy, but it is what it is. So it's also
Yeah, facts.
none of my business. So if somebody enjoys doing their shit, then whatever. We're all
Yeah,
very
he doesn't
spoiled here.
mind his job.
What do you say?
I said he doesn't seem to dislike his job, so I guess it works out.
Hey,
I wish they paid him more.
that's huge, though.
Hmm.
I said that's huge. When you don't
Yeah.
have a problem with your job, you know. Like, a
Well,
lot-
he'll complain. You give him a chance, he'll complain. But
fair. But a lot of people literally hate their job. So, you know, anything above that's a win.
yeah, fair, very fair.
Yeah. I'm just looking through like this ridiculous. I hired a professional photographer to like photograph. I just dropped off like hundreds of pieces of art over there, and he just like took pictures. These are all my dad's, right? Like all these just endless amount. I haven't started doing any of the abstractions into Allura. That'll be really exciting because
Yeah, man.
these are all just really neat. I love to add just like a lot of color in, so I was just looking for one that I could throw in there and then use to draw over top of or something.
Right.
My dog is scratching so violently, like he's making himself yelp out, and it's driving me nuts. These bulldogs have horrible skin. It's like,
yeah, bulldogs and pit bulls and
this one's pretty
I would-
cool.
like, what happened to your genetics that your skin is so bad?
Yeah, I think about that. It's like, you know, at one point in time, these were perfectly good wolves, and we turned them into whatever the fuck they are now. Like, complete
Yeah.
perversions of nature. You know, this is what unchecked human dipshittery does, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, he can't breathe when he's awake. He, like everything about his life just seems hard for no reason. His eyelids grow into the eyeball with the
Oh my
fur
God.
inwards, and it just turns his eyes into like irritated mucus factories. And like the surgery's several $1,000s to fix it, but like it's genetically a problem in almost all bulldogs. But they're just like, well, we keep breeding them; they sell for a lot of money. It's pretty.
At a
Funny.
distance, the dog looks phenomenal.
I don't know about
Yeah,
that
that's-
either.
Right. Well, I would agree with you.
It's like underbite. I don't know. Anyways, he is. I don't know. He's doing all right tonight. He just took a dump in the office at the end of one of my streams. Like I'm just like, what's that smell? And I turn around like, bro. Yeah. Anyways, it's all good. All good. Dude, some of these paintings are so cool. I just like the ethereal abstractness, and it's like, oh, this is all, you know, this is just some painting, and then I look at a nebula and it looks the same, right? Like someone just splattered some crazy colorful paint into the universe. Like this is a real thing. Like that's wild. So got some of my
It is pretty.
yeah, it is cool. I don't know which one I want to pick. That one's not the right. I just like almost use these for a palette. This will be cool. Grab that guy. Tank, what are you doing, bro? Gotta put him to bed.
Ugh, I think I might head out, Carl. I'm an old lady. I gotta go to bed early.
I hear you, Kira. Thank you so much for stopping by. I think I'll probably be done here in about 20, 30 minutes. I'll send you tomorrow. I'll send it to you and show you what I came up with. But
Nice.
really appreciate you
Well,
jumping in here. I'm flattered. Thank you so much.
yeah, man. Take it easy.
Good night, friend. See
Good
you.
night.
Who we still got here? We still got 6 people on. Well, you guys watching me make some shit here. I'm gonna get a little more focused. Let's see what I can do here. So let's throw that. That would kind of look cool. Sort of subdued there. And then we can pull this piece on top. It's already on top of it, so okay. So I'm gonna mask it out a little bit. Do a little masking. Turn the music back up. I feel like Kira's voice and the music were competing too much, so there you go. Got the tunes bumping again. How's everybody else doing out there in the world? Good, I hope. I think the fact that this was painted with white lines is really fucking throwing me off. That's what the problem is. So let me go on to this face layer and let me select color range white on the wrong fucking layer. So select color range white. There we go. Invert. Deselect. Okay. Select color range, white, fuzziness, range, cool. I'm gonna invert that, and that is sort of better. It's already better, yeah. Okay, then we're gonna do all this, add this shit back in. Cool. Alright, and then get back on this layer. I just need to fix all of that. Oh, let's do this. Okay, I got an idea now. Alright, so I select the color range. I'm going to go select, modify, expand. Let's do 4 pixels. There we go. Invert. Nope. Go back. So, select, modify, expand. 2 more pixels, and then we're going to do invert levels. We're going to play with these levels. Yeah. Alright, that's kind of cool. Alright. Yeah. Okay. I got the face. It's looking pretty good. So we're going to do that up here. I'm going to do filter blur, a little bit of a blur. We're going to play with the levels again. I'm going to drop all the white out, 100%. Am I on the right layer? Maybe not. face black. Okay. Nice. Yeah, it's already looking like one of my dad's paintings now. Yeah, just had to get back to my roots in there, you know? Alright, turn the brush hardness up. Cool. Get the opacity up. I'm gonna take that off, so we're just, yeah. But I want to make it the pointiness of the thing. Like shape dynamics, fade, not fade. What? Somehow implying I don't have a pressure sensitive pen? Okay. There we go. Cool, yeah, cool. I like a little swirl in there. Cool. Should do some shit on top of that. Yeah. Alright, let's go back up to. Okay, good, good. Where's the blacks on the face? Extra black on the face. There we go. Oh, fuck. Alright, that's what I'll try to do. Just blending that out a little. I need another explosion of color coming off the top. I really don't like this thing. Takes away from it more than it adds to it, I feel like, which sucks because I like it, but this one's been a pretty crazy little experiment, and I don't know where I'm going with any of this shit, but what's this yellow going on here? It's kind of cool. that's working or something. Adding some color. I don't know if anybody's still on. Looks like there's still says there's 6 people here, but who knows? Derek falls asleep with the fucking stream on, which is great for the metrics. I don't know. I think I'm over it. Might work on it some more later, but I might be over it today. Put this dog to bed. Put myself to bed. Yeah, I'm stuck. I'm gonna save it as a copy. And I'm gonna be done with it for the night. 2 hours of streaming is plenty. Save thing. All right. Y'all take it easy. See you next week. Check out.